It's the Pete Sousa Show. Sports, Pete.
Get ready for epic savings at Best Buy. Right now, you can save up to $700 on select Alienware and Dell gaming products. Perfect for leveling up your gaming experience. Plus, grab the latest Android Google Pixel at an unbeatable price. Don't miss these incredible deals. Shop now at bestbuy.com and upgrade your tech today.
We definitely love our relationship and love Extraco. It's been an amazing experience.
They made the PPP process easier. They were reaching out to me saying, what can I do to help you? That made a huge difference because my stress level, when we shut down, to afterwards was night and day.
Our experience with Extraco has been phenomenal since the very beginning, so we love Extraco.
Ready to bring your vision to life? At Small Rig, every idea, design, and product is inspired by you, the creator. With our industry-first under co-design mode and the Dream Rig free customization project, we unite with global creators to turn big dreams into reality. Whether it's a cage rig or mount, Small Rig's versatile gear is built to elevate your craft. Small Rig, where your creativity meets our innovation. Go to smallrig.com.
At Rolls Rolo, we don't just sell wallpaper, we create cohesive, cozy spaces. Our deep understanding of design means every pattern, color, and texture is carefully chosen to complement your home. Plus, we use advanced technology and water-based inks for vibrant, eco-friendly prints, ensuring a healthier environment. Visit rollsrolla.com to transform your space today. That's ROLLSROLLA.com today. At 25 Home, our ultimate goal is to provide you with a transformative experience, making each day feel like it has an extra hour. We believe your home is more than just a space, it's a sanctuary where comfort, relaxation, and happiness thrive. Discover the difference at 25 Home today. Shop now at 25home.com.
It is the Pete Sousa Show, and Scotty just made the sound that I make a lot.
Just throw me under the bus.
Well, that's what my dad used to always do, and it was like as you get older, you make those sounds, and you could care less about who's around. I think it's just like I made that sound just a second ago in the bathroom. I looked in the mirror.
TMI.
Engaged my age. No, it wasn't in a stall.
TMI, Pete.
No, it wasn't in a stall. But it's the Pete Sousa Show presented by Slovakics. Obviously, we're lucky to have Scotty on the turntables today. Crawford Austin Properties, big-time sponsor of ours. I met with Kevin from D1 Dallas yesterday. They got big things going on up there. And, of course, Daniel Stark Injury Lawyers. The commercial I'm on for Daniel Stark Injury Lawyers, I get people are like, hey, like you're into acting now. I'm like, I'm not an actor. That's true. That story is 1,000% true. They came through for me. They made my life a lot easier in a tough time. So of course, Socorro Family Ford. If you want to drive a car and you don't want it to get hit, go to Socorro Family Ford. But then, of course, there's stuff that's out of our control as well. Let's start off talking about the Four Nations hockey tournament. And the reason I bring this up is because it's undeniable now. We have crossed over with this sport and with society and with pop culture. Saturday night's game, 10 million people watched between the United States and Canada. It blew the doors off the NBA All-Star game and All-Star weekend as far as, water cooler talk on Tuesday after the long weekend, as far as what I've heard from my friends and family. If you listen to the Cam show, you're all hockeyed out, but it's the number one, pardon the interruption, last night. It was the lead topic. It's something that is really in your face right now, and it's really cool. And I know this, I don't ever watch regular season hockey. I barely watch the playoffs. It's just kind of where I've drifted as a sports fan. When I was a kid, I was really into the Philadelphia Flyers, and I was into hockey for a while. I think one of the reasons I never connected with hockey was because I sucked really bad. And I that's how I connected with sports as a kid, what I could play, what I couldn't play. And I never played hockey. I played street hockey a lot, but I was never any good. I remember I watched a lot of like Grant Fuhrer playing for the Edmonton Oilers, and like Pelle Lindbergh was a Flyers goalie who passed away. And then Ron Hextall was the Flyers goalie, and Patrick Waugh. I thought I could be this amazing goalie, and a couple guys that played hockey took shots on me one day, and it was like I was a cheese grater. It was terrible. It was a bad experience. I never recovered. I never played goalie again. But like here's something that I have a feeling about. It's a long shot, and I don't like the phrase hot take, but that's probably what you would classify this as. This is an opportunity for the NHL and ice hockey in general to really put a dent into its competition with the NBA. The NBA right now is extremely vulnerable, and it's vulnerable because society as a whole, I feel like their interest in basketball, pro basketball specifically, has dipped. And it's not just me that's saying that. I think like a lot of people would agree with that. We've talked about a lot of the superstars are from overseas, and they're pretty comfortable in their own skin and with their own brand and with their job as playing pro basketball. They're not like dying to spread their brand or their personality per se all throughout the United States. Like Luka Doncic doesn't care. Jokic doesn't care. I haven't seen too much about Wemby, but I mean, like, he just kind of plays basketball, and I'm sure he's down for marketing stuff, but it's not quite as dominant as it was, 5 years ago with guys like American basketball players being superstars and everywhere you looked. And Kobe passed away 5 years ago, but you get what I'm saying. Like the Shaq, the Kobe, LeBron, obviously MJ started it all. But there's a dip in the popularity and I think the general public's thirst for pro basketball. And during this hole and this vulnerable time for pro basketball, here comes hockey, and it's right in your face. And I think people are also especially down on NBA players and the load management, right? Like, how sick are people of hearing stories or telling the story? I took my family to see Giannis Antetokounmpo on a Thursday night on the road in Dallas, and Giannis didn't play. Or I took him to see LeBron, and LeBron didn't play. Or I took him to see Kevin Durant, and he didn't play. Kyrie Irving, he didn't play. Luka, he didn't play. I mean, the Anthony Davis-Luka trade, forget all like the Travis Shamockery behind that with the Mavericks, but it was so perfect that one player was traded to another, and neither of them are healthy, right? Like, and neither of them are going to play for another 2 weeks. That was your typical like reflection of where the NBA is right now. And I wouldn't be shocked if hockey were to surge a little bit here. And because I don't know hockey that well. And as somebody who works in sports, I I also wanted to talk this morning about a wild story. Well, first let's talk about Baylor, actually, because Jay Billis put out, Scotty says we're good, his top 68, right? And I love and respect Jay Billis. He's like the godfather, by the way, if you're at ESPN. I had dinner with Chris Patola one night, an ESPN analyst, and I was like, I'm not quite sure, like, about certain things with my career. Like, you know, I don't know about probably wouldn't know me if he fell over me. He might because I'm tall. Sometimes people remember me through that. But he's the guy that people at ESPN can go to if they need. He's like the godfather to all the people that work there, even people like me. And he's also extremely connected in the world of college basketball. And he's also terribly knowledgeable. And he is the guy, forget the fact that he's got a law degree and he, played college basketball. He was an assistant for Coach K on that first team that went to the Final Four in '86 after playing for Coach K. Or no, he was on the team in '86. I'm sorry. And then he coached for Coach K when they went to the Final Four with the Bobby Hurley, Christian Laettner teams. This guy has a wealth of knowledge, but also he's got a master's in common sense. So he puts out his top 68. And I bring that up because locally he's got Baylor at 25. Okay. And here's how he breaks down Baylor. With 5 wins against the BPI top 50 and 10 against the top 10, the Bears have put together a solid season despite a 16-10 overall record. 7 of those 10 losses are to ranked teams, a testament to top 20 strength of schedule put together by Scott Drew. The Bears are ranked 12th in the country in Ken Palm's offensive rating, with the top 30 standing in the net rating. Forward Norshad Omier, who we all know so well at this point, 16 points and 10 rebounds. That number's good for 10th in the country. That's his first season at Baylor. He also spent 2 seasons in Miami and at Arkansas State. I love this take on Baylor because I think that we lose sight of the fact that the schedule they've played has been so difficult. And I got another one that'll hit you with sticker shock from Billis's rankings. And these are my guys. This is my squad. I actually, the day I got engaged was the day I did the Houston, Colorado game. And my fiance, who I can say now, was sitting behind me after the game. So there's an interview with me, Scott Williams, and we talked to Kelvin Sampson. And I've just had a man crush on Kelvin Sampson forever. Clearly I have a crush on Christy because I asked her to marry me. And she's sitting behind me in the picture. So I got a picture. I never do this stuff ever. Like I think like, oh, I should get that picture made or whatever. I actually had the picture blown up. So it's a picture of me, Scott Williams, Kelvin Sampson in the middle, and Christy in the back. I love Kelvin Sampson. That picture will stay on my wall for as long as people will allow it to. And here is Jay Billis's take on Houston. He's got him ranked 3rd. Okay. Yet again, Houston leads the nation in playing hard. Couldn't agree more. The Cougars lost early to Auburn and dropped 3 other games in overtime. So they lost to Auburn, and all 3 of the other losses are in overtime. Auburn's the best team in the country. And they rank in the top 3 in effective defensive efficiency. The biggest difference between this Houston team and the old ones, we've talked about this, the team can shoot. Houston ranks 3rd in the nation among high major teams in 3-point shooting accuracy, 40%. Okay, now I bring up Baylor and I bring up Houston because of this. Kansas lost again last night. Okay, they're sort of like, as much as Bill Self can be, they're in free fall. They lost by 30 points to an unranked opponent. I'm a former stats guy, a former PR guy who I used to write game notes for a living, right? For basketball games. Like, you're deep into the stats, deep. I've definitely gotten away from that, but I've done talent stats, or used to do talent stats before I did play-by-play. I love a good stat, but a lot of stats I feel like we're over. It's just the saturation with stats. It's like enough already, analytic stats. But I saw a stat about Kansas. It's the first time since 1949 they have lost to an unranked opponent by 30 points. That's interesting. Like, that tells me something, especially since it's their second road loss in 4 games. And Seth Greenberg was on SportsCenter this morning, and he said something that really piqued my interest and got me thinking. He talked about the transfer portal and how you have to act so quickly as a head basketball coach to find these guys in the portal that you really don't even know who you're getting. And that could be a possibility with what we're seeing right now with Kansas. And there's so much talent on the roster, but the talent has really not figured out a way to play with one another so far. Bill Self is one of the best coaches in college basketball, but Bill Self is also, when you have the resources and you have when you're Kansas, really, you have the pick of the litter talent-wise usually with these players. And other schools, be it a Houston or a Baylor may be even a little different because Baylor's blue chip after blue chip. But I'll tip my cap to Scott Drew here because he's a proud papa of the Baylor program, much like Kelvin Sampson is a proud papa of the Houston program. With both of those programs, there is a family feel. I don't care. People can say, "Oh, there's infighting at Baylor this year." Some guy, I don't look. Those problems are everywhere. They're everywhere. It's to the degree of how many problems do you have? It's almost like family drama, right? Like everybody has family drama. We've seen it throughout our entire for my entire life, whether it's the Clinton family or the Cosby family, right? Like anybody who you see have this amazing success or talent or whatever, there is going to be dysfunction in families everywhere. How bad is your family dysfunction? How are you handling your family dysfunction? I hate to say this, but like the dysfunction at Arizona State right now is at like a 10 out of 10, right? And it sucks. And I love Bobby Hurley and I hope they can turn it around, but they've got like a huge payroll. I compared it to blue chips earlier this week. And they've just got, they're not getting a return on investment because like these guys are all assembled together and they just aren't quite sure how to play with one another. And there's not really, I don't know what the culture is there. There is culture at Baylor. There is culture at Houston. Is there culture at Kansas? There's a winning tradition. And I almost think it's an embarrassment of riches that can almost lead to trouble sometimes, like fool's gold. Like you have the best players in the country that you can pick from. And sometimes personalities and, aren't really taken into consideration. Maybe it's more so we're focused on the talent of the player as far as the type of person that we're recruiting. Because the turnaround is so quick, you really don't have the time to canvass the area because before you know it, a guard who you recruited a little bit, but you didn't know was going to jump in the portal has just bounced and wants to leave Purdue. And now they're available. And now it's like, oh my God, like this guy's available and we hear he wants to go to Kansas and we can afford him. There's a lot of, so here's where we're at. I think it's like a crossroads. Like, could we potentially see, because of the climate as it is today with the NIL and with the transfer portal, and I think that they're going to fix this, the NCAA will, and I hope they do. And for guys like Bill Self, I think that will be welcomed because Bill Self is an amazing coach. Bill Self is an amazing guy, but Bill Self isn't a general manager, and so it's interesting. Jarrett Stidham said this yesterday about Bill Belichick as to why he thinks he'll succeed at North Carolina, because he's done it for decades at the pro level. This is a different deal now for a lot of these college coaches, and I'm not shocked that someone of Bill Self's ilk could be struggling with a flow and a chemistry. And I don't know I'm not a Kansas beat writer. I'm not, embedded with what's going on. I haven't done a Kansas game this year, but it wouldn't strike me as totally mind-blowing if there was a little dysfunction there because of the fact that we've thrown all these pieces together based on what? Based on their talent. And a lot of times it's like when you used to play NBA 2K, and I would assemble. I can relate it to when I worked for the Charlotte Bobcats. We had Emeka Okafor, Adam Morrison, Sean May, Raymond Felton, It was so exciting. Like, it would have been a lineup that you would have put together on 2K, and they sucked together, right? It's just like, I'm not a general manager. I don't know how to do that. There's something to a team where you can't just assemble, and not like those guys were the best guys in the NBA, but they were certainly attractive college names. And there was a lot of anticipation around seeing them all play together. But you need the dogs, dude. You need the Juwan Roberts, who began his career playing at Houston at 6'6", 190 and is now 6'8", 245. And the moment the ball hits the deck, he's going down to grab it. There's no thought. There's nothing. It's instinct. And I think some of these teams are lacking some of that commitment and some of that culture mentality that leads to family, which can lead to ultimate victory. Zach Burke has pants on today. That means it is cold as shit outside. That is all you need to know. Zach just walked in. God, we love Zach. We're going to take a break now. We're coming back with one of the all-time guests we've ever had. Bear the truth, baby. Coming up.
Dive into adventure with scuba.com, your ultimate destination for top-tier scuba and snorkeling gear. With over 20 years of experience, our expert staff, who've dived everywhere from the Galapagos to the Maldives, provides personalized advice to help you find the perfect gear for any underwater journey. Shop leading brands like GoPro, Aqualung, and Scuba Pro. Whether you're a beginner or a pro, trust scuba.com for the best in diving equipment and expert guidance. Explore now at scuba.com. That's SCUBA.com. Scuba.com. BizChair.com, your one-stop shop for premium commercial furniture that blends quality with affordability. From ergonomic office chairs to durable restaurant seating, we cater to diverse industries including corporate, medical, hospitality, and education. With over 20 years of experience, we offer fast shipping, exceptional customer support, and furniture solutions that stand up to high-traffic environment. Elevate your space with BizChair's vast selection of stylish, reliable, and cost-effective furniture. Visit us today at BizChair.com to transform your business. Level up your game with Corsair, the global leader in high-performance gear for gamers, content creators, and PC enthusiasts. From award-winning PC components to premium streaming equipment, smart lighting, and esports coaching services, Corsair delivers an ecosystem designed for peak performance. Whether you're a casual gamer or a pro, alleviate your setup with Corsair. Shop now at Corsair.com. That's Corsair.com. Corsair. At Mitzi, we believe the right light can transform any space. Born from a third-generation lighting family, we craft beautifully designed, premium lighting that's made to be affordable. Inspired by Grandma Mitzi's eclectic style, we're on a mission to make high-quality lighting accessible to all. Whether you're updating your space or adding a unique fixture, Mitzi has the perfect design for you. Beautiful, well-made lighting without the high price tag. Discover your perfect light at Mitzi.com. That's MITZI.com. Mitzi. Founded in 1910, Samsonite is the world leader in durable, high-quality luggage and travel accessories. Made to the highest standards, our products won't let you down. We give you the confidence to get out there and explore. Inspired by the past, devoted to the present, and built to inspire a multi-generational future, Samsonite is here to elevate your journey. Travel with Samsonite and pack confidence every step of the way. Shop now at shop.samsonite.com. Samsonite. The grinder mentality that Randy and Brent Habert built into 44 Pro runs deep within our team. Every member shares a passion for the craft, the game, and most importantly, the player. When you step onto the field with a 44 Pro custom glove, you'll feel the difference. It's not just a glove, it's a 44 Pro. Crafted with dedication, made for performance, and built to last. Get your custom glove today at 44pro.com and experience the 44 Pro difference. That's 44pro.com, 44 Pro. At Angel Bliss, we believe every parent's journey is a beautiful adventure. Our mission is to make it joyful and stress-free with thoughtful, safe, and innovative products. Born from a love for family, we promise peace of mind for parents and comfort for babies. From playtime to bedtime, every Angel Bliss product is designed with care, reliability, and a style to nurture the special bond between parent and child. Angel Bliss, creating happy memories, one baby at a time. Visit us at angelbliss.us. Angel Bliss. Golf Partner, the world's largest golf store network, offers more purchasing opportunities than anywhere else. With a dominant market share and a wider selection of quality secondhand golf clubs than our competitors, we make it easy for you to enjoy the game with affordable, top-quality equipment. Join us at golfpartnerusa.com and discover why we're the trusted choice for golf lovers worldwide. That's GOLFPARTNERUSA.com. Golf Partner.
Since 2003, Bluehost has been empowering people to harness their brands online with innovative web hosting solutions. Trusted by over 2 million users, we're the longest-running WordPress.org recommended host. With Bluehost, you get a safer, better web experience, supported by the world's most popular site builder, and backed by our commitment to open source projects. Visit Bluehost.com today and take your website to the next level.
They're the truth. Brian Bolden.
Hi, Pete. How you doing?
Hey, man, what's happening?
Oh, don't know it. Just getting a little work done today.
Thrilled to have you on. Now, where are you located?
Man, we're Rockwall, so about 30 miles east of Dallas.
So not too far at all.
No, No, we try to make Waco our second home. My wife actually she's family's 3 generations deep, Baylor Bears, so we run a tailgate out there, and we're there every home game. So I was telling Scotty earlier, man, we'd love to host you guys. If you're out there, stop by the tailgate.
Oh, dude, I'm in. I'm in. If I'm in town, I don't have a game, I'm in. I appreciate your support, and I respect your knowledge. I remember last week, you've always had me with like your quick hitters, but last week when you said we were talking about Jerry Jones and Jimmy Johnson in Dallas and the taco place. What was it? And you said you knew the name of the place where they had a secret rendezvous, which was uncovered by the Dallas Morning News. What was it called?
It's Mia's.
That's it.
It's on Lemon Avenue. And, man, we've just been long-time patrons for the last 30 or 40 years. And there was a guy that had the center section of the restaurant there named Manny. And some people might know Manny's Tex-Mex. That's kind of where that was born. But Manny was Butch's nephew and worked at Mia's for years and years and years. And that table where they were sitting was in Manny's section, and Manny actually waited on them.
Unbelievable.
So that's cool.
So are you connected by marriage to Baylor, or did you go to Baylor?
I went to Baylor.
Okay.
96 to 2000.
Okay, cool. So you were right there before Scott Drew. I want to get your take on what's going on now with Baylor basketball, because I have said, and you have heard what I've said, but I don't mind what's happening this year with Baylor as they approach the postseason, because I do feel like they're due for a year to somewhat sneak up on some people, right? So Scott Drew can really do what he does as a coach, and they have the horses, obviously undermanned without Josh O. But how do you feel about Baylor's postseason chances as a dark horse?
Man, I think what's getting lost in a little bit of this is, I know it's frustrating from the standpoint of looking at the success that they've had in the past, but throughout the season, I think there has been slight progression. If you really look at it, there's been progression through kind of the cohesion of the team. I think the cohesion of the staff, but I think it's slower progression than everybody would like. So I do see a possibility where they could get out of the first weekend of the tournament, but unless some things really change, I just don't see them going any further than that. For instance,
that's kind of where I am. That's kind of where
let me ask you, do you think at this time, who do you think is dealing better with the changes in kind of NCAA athletics regarding NIL, paying players, recruiting out of the transfer portal? Aranda or Coach Drew?
Wow, that's a really good question. I would say Aranda, and here's why. Because he has an army behind him helping him. I think football is a little different. I think Scott Drew is always going to be your ace, recruiting guys, getting to know them, earning the trust of their family, and getting them to campus. I think that Dave Aranda understands who he is and knows he doesn't have that skill set, right, that Scott Drew has, and he's able to manifest his roster through help from others. Scotty wants to get in on this one. I can tell he's dying over here.
I could not disagree with you more. And here's what Aranda and Drew have in common. They both pay too much to players that aren't panning out. So who was Baylor football's highest paid transfer this last year? DeQuan Finn. And then I not ripping on the kid, but I think we probably paid quite a pretty penny for Jeremy Roach. And turns out that the freshman we got was a better point. So just being honest there, I don't think either are perfect, but Drew and Brian will know this. Drew has been a wizard at getting good transfers since a decade before NIL and transfer portal.
Okay.
I mean, Pierre Jackson came out of JUCO and was the best point guard in the Big 12, right? Like he got Makai Mason to come over from Yale. After Yale upset Baylor in the tournament, he gets Mason to come play for Baylor. So Drew was already a wizard at the transfer thing. And I will say, I think it's a lot easier to go find 3 really, really gifted basketball players who want to come to your school than try to find 15, 20 football players to fill a roster, right? It's a different beast.
But conversely, you could say that there's more opportunity to find diamonds in the rough with football because there's a certain amount of guys who everyone has zeroed in on with basketball. And I think with football, because it's such a team sport.
And I guess that's what I'm saying is Drew has been finding diamonds in the rough that nobody else would recruit for 20 years. Pete, go watch Brian. Brian can help me out. Brian, how do you describe Pierre Jackson to someone?
I know Pierre Jackson.
He was not on anybody's radar.
I'll stop you right there. Scotty doesn't know this.
Let's go.
So when I was doing the Springfield Armor in what was called the NBA D League at the time.
I remember.
Our first game was against the Idaho Stampede, and Pierre Jackson must have scored 40 points.
Yeah.
And I'd heard of him a little bit. The dude was unbelievable. And then
so good.
So that was my first experience with him, and that was 10 years ago. So, and then the other night, Grant McCaslin was on Jim Rome. This is just a tip of the cap to Pierre Jackson. And Jim Rome was asking Grant McCaslin about his team and about players. And somehow or the other, Grant McCaslin went right to Pierre Jackson and about how much joy and about the type of player that Pierre Jackson was. And he actually compared him to Darion Williams and just said, like, he's one of those guys who will just do anything. He loves ball. And the Pierre Jackson was his like go-to. You know,
he has a weird grip on anyone who watched him play because he was so unique. But no, he was a JUCO kid.
Yeah,
Drew just found. I don't know how Drew's the only coach who identified that talent, but he was. If you want more recent examples, like Davion Mitchell and Maceo Teague were transfers.
Yeah, Davion.
So Drew has been doing the transfer thing a long time. Yeah. Anyway,
let me ask you this regarding like both of these guys. Okay. We've heard, Drew's been playing with a certain culture, right? Culture of joy. And you haven't heard anybody, excuse my French, bitching and moaning about culture of joy being the wrong thing or anything like that. They've still been getting the transfers. They've still been getting the guys in the program. But what did you hear, Randa, person over player? Everybody was losing their minds over this because they weren't getting it. So, is there a little bit of a dichotomy with, hey, Scott Drew was the guy. Dave Aranda needed the, pay players aspect of the thing and needed to step back from his culture because Scott Drew had history behind him and Natty behind him and things like that.
No, I agree with you. I think that, and Dave Aranda, if there's one thing you can give him credit for, there's a lot you can give him credit for, but he was very quick to pivot off of the person over player and to own it. And so I had the opportunity. I was calling that first game against Tarleton, and we sat in a room with him, and he was like, "We got guys on our team that are walking around campus this season that there's no way I would have allowed them to be on our team because there was just too many outliers, and maybe they weren't the specific type of guy, person over player that I was looking for. And I'm not even saying that he made concessions for bad guys. They were just different types of players, right? That maybe didn't have the type of personal pedigree that he had recruited in the past.
And that ran all the way up to Mac Rhodes, because in interviews, Mac Rhodes is like, man, there are some guys out here that I would have liked to see on the team. And it's either the Board of Regents, Dave Aranda, combination of both, that, they wouldn't let those guys be part of the team.
No, I think a great example of this year's team, and the guy panned out, and there was a little dust up early on, but Michael Trigg is my favorite example. That's a guy who was just a super talent, who I don't think would have had any business being on a part of the Baylor family, or I guess for the person over player type program that Aranda had put together maybe 2 years ago. And this year, he made some huge plays in some huge moments for Baylor.
He did.
All right, so I want to talk to you. Bear the truth. So so you got this business. I'm a huge pet guy. Okay, huge. I have to peel myself away from my dog every morning. And Scotty tells me that you have a pet supply business out of Rockwall. Tell me about this.
Yeah. So do you just have the one dog?
Yeah, I have one dog. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Scotty, what do you have pet wise?
I also have one dog.
Okay.
All right. So, man, this has been going on for about 20 years. I had this, well, thanks to Baylor, but, mechanical engineer. I started designing, think of Sterilite totes that are in the center aisle of Walmart, like the injection molds and all that stuff. So turned to product development pretty early. And I just had this crazy idea that everyone's using these stupid white plastic and metal, baby gates for dogs, or the kennels are the plastic ones that you put in the bed of your truck, and then they have them in their living room. So we made all this stuff out of furniture grade wood. So looks really like furniture, the gates and the kennels that look like end tables and all that stuff. We started that whole trend about 20 years ago. And, we've been at it ever since, expanding the line. We've got a full line of cat products called Panther Paws, but primarily it's, pet containment, along with some toys and treats and things along those lines. And we primarily supply people, brick and mortar wise, like your, PetSmarts and Petcos. And, we made a gate for Martha Stewart that was in PetSmart, and then online Amazons and stuff like that. And then we have a little bit of a website as well.
So do you do sort of the ideas behind it, and sort of, like you said, like the engineering behind it, and your wife does, like, she adds like the accents and the designs? Is that, I'm guessing that?
Yeah, bro. So we have been working literally face to face since we got married 25 years ago. Same room, same office. It's crazy. Anyway, but yeah, I do all the product development. I do all the sourcing. I'm blessed enough to be able to go over to, Asia and Southeast Asia and Vietnam and Thailand and stuff like that, where some of the products are made, work with the factories to get the products over here. And then, a little bit of the, every owner of company wearing the CEO hat's also wearing the sales hat. So do a little bit of that as well.
So where can people find you? Give me the name of it. And, if people have, some pet stuff.
Yeah, man. The website, everybody shops on Amazon, and obviously you can find it there. But Pets is PETZ, like Zulu. So primetimepetz.com, or Amazon, Chewy, PetSmart, Petco, you name it. Wherever you like to shop, you can pick up some stuff. And feel free to hit us up on the phone. It is us that you're talking to when you have any questions or anything like that. So it's called, answer the phone, talk to customers.
Pets? Primetime Pets.
Primetime Pets, PETZ, yes.
I love it, dude. I love it. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to join me today and join Scotty. I love your energy too. You're a great guy, so I appreciate you taking the time.
Man, I've got two more things for you. Okay,
go ahead.
Real quick. So I think that you and Christy pending nuptials, wedding coming up, you got a lot of entertaining to do. I think that there is a guy that is close to you that might appreciate a little bit of love, maybe do some catering of Scotty's Smoke Shack.
Scotty's losing it right now. Scotty, give me some context. What's happening here?
Did you know that I barbecue Pete?
I didn't know. So you
Did you know that I've catered a wedding before?
Are you serious?
Totally have.
Smoking briskets, baby. Come on.
Totally have. I've done. I did a wedding where we fed 300 people smoked chicken tacos.
Yes.
And then
I'm just hearing about this.
And then see, Brian's bringing us together. We're becoming better friends today. And then,
all right, man. So
I did 3 church events where I smoked. I think the smallest one I did 24 briskets, and the biggest one I did 40.
Lest anyone think I sit here with him and don't ask him questions all day. That's not true. Like, just so you, I asked this guy this stuff. I'm
just saying, if Brian's right, if you and Christy want barbecue, well, first of all, Hellberg has sponsored some high school athletics here on Rogue, so you could call Hellberg and pay them.
No, we're talking about you.
A boatload of money, but I could also do it.
Brian, what's the second thing?
Man, I just wanted to shout out to Andrew Billings that you had on. I don't know how Scotty got him on. I grew up like you grew up in Philly. I grew up in the northwest suburbs of Chicago.
Okay.
And I know Billings got the Walter Payton Man of the Year award. Walter Payton, I mean, up to the time that Jared was about 5 years old, lived in, I kid you not, about a 2,200 square foot house down the street from me.
No way.
We used to ride our bikes down there, and he had a tablet in his garage with a pencil that said "From the Desk of Walter Payton," had a Bears insignia on it, and he would give autographs to all the kids that rode by. Okay. Me and my buddy Sean Connolly used to babysit for Jared so Walter and Connie could go out every once in a while. And I just wanted to shout out, hey, man, great guy. The best award, in my opinion, in the NFL that anybody could get. And I'm happy to see that Andrew Billings got that. And, shout out to him. Shout out to Walter and the family. And
Brian, he's one of those guys. It's interesting. Is he not talked about enough? Because he was taken from us way too soon, like way too soon. And he was one of the most vicious runners I've ever seen. And I was prime time. Like you and I are probably around the same age. Like I was lucky enough as a kid to see him, in his prime. That was one of my first football, icons was Walter Payton.
Yeah. And I mean, with the respect that's given to him, I mean, in this part of the country, the respect that's given to him is from Emmitt Smith. Yeah. I mean, you ask Emmitt who the best running back is, there's no hesitation. He's like, it's Walter Payton.
Yeah.
100%. But, Walter, he got the rushing title, beat Jim Brown's rushing title. He was with Kangaroo Shoes. Kangaroo Shoes bought him, a poster that we probably had on our walls in our room, Lamborghini Countach, a black one. And he had it parked in front of that little house there for, I don't know, about 6 months or so. And then after that, windfall cash, new contract, all that kind of stuff. And he moved off into the gated community where no one could get to him or anything like that. But it was fun for that period of time.
I bet. All right, Brian Bolden, man, thank you so much. Bear the Truth, him as. And don't forget, Primetime Pets with a Z is where you can get all your pet supplies. Brian, man, thanks so much for hanging out.
Hey, man, you guys take it easy. You're kicking.
All right, man, take it easy, Brian. Amazing, dude. How about that, Scotty? Scotty, that's another home run for you this week.
I was going to say, this doesn't happen most weeks, but I think I'm 3 for 3 right now.
Oh, you are.
I think I'm 3 for 3.
All right, let's ruin it all. Allie Cadlabar is coming up next. We're going to talk to her about the weather and some stuff that's going on locally here in Central Texas. Don't go anywhere. The Pete Sousa Show presented by Slovacics. And maybe soon, Primetime Pets. We're always going to talk about them regardless. All right, take it easy. We'll be right back.
Shades is your trusted partner in stage lighting, offering a wide range of high-quality, innovative products since 2015. With designs that cater to all needs, fast delivery, and affordable prices, we provide exceptional customer service to ensure your satisfaction. With warehouses across the globe and sales in over 100 countries, Sheds is quickly becoming one of the most recognized names in the stage lighting industry. Visit shehds.com today to discover top-tier stage lighting solutions and become part of our global network.
Introducing Muck-Off's classic pink bike cleaner, powered by revolutionary nanotechnology that breaks down dirt and grime on a microscopic level while protecting your bike's delicate finish. Developed by our mad developer Alex and tested by riders, our products are made by riders for riders. Discover more at us.muc-off.com, where we break the mold to bring you the best in bike care.
At Open Goal USA, we're revolutionizing training for both soccer and lacrosse with our innovative portable rebounders. Perfect for players of all ages and skill levels, our rebounders improve accuracy, control, and technique in both sports. Built with premium materials for durability and ease of use, they're ideal for training anywhere, anytime. Whether you're perfecting your soccer game or sharpening your lacrosse skills, Open Goal USA has you covered. Visit opengoaalusa.com and elevate your training today.
Chapellex is a full category shapewear brand dedicated to providing women with exceptional comfort and support. We offer thoughtfully designed solutions that blend style with functionality, empowering women to feel confident and at ease every day. Chapellex is redefining what it means to have a perfect body. Our mission celebrates body positivity, embracing every shape and size, because true beauty lies in authenticity. Visit shapellx.com today and join a movement towards self-love, acceptance, and confidence.
Indulge in Blum's luxurious Lotus flower rolls. The green Lotus roll bursts with a caramel apple flavor, while the blue Lotus roll offers a smooth berry cream sensation. With our Crush for Flavor technology, enjoy an instant burst of natural, intense flavor anytime you desire. Elevate your experience with the finest creations nature has to offer. Explore the full collection at blumleaf.com. That's BLUUMLEAF.com. Blumleaf. Golf Partner, the world's largest golf store network, offers more purchasing opportunities than anywhere else. With a dominant market share and a wider selection of quality secondhand golf clubs than our competitors, we make it easy for you to enjoy the game with affordable, top-quality equipment. Join us at golfpartnerusa.com and discover why we're the trusted choice for golf lovers worldwide. That's GOLFPARTNERUSA.com. Golf Partner. At Terrapin Ridge Farms, they believe in the joy of effortless entertaining. Inspired by CEO Mary O'Donnell's mom and her legendary holiday parties, they've crafted a line of gourmet foods that turn any meal into a celebration. From savory jams to mustards, aiolis, and more, their products are made with love, bringing unforgettable flavors to your table. Whether it's a casual get-together or a special occasion, they make it easy to impress. Terrapin Ridge Farms, where great food and great memories come together. Visit them at terrapinridge.com. Terrapin Ridge.
Relax with Hemp Delicious. Organically grown hemp, massively blended with delicious organic herbs, responsibly sourced for their holistic benefits. Each sip offers calming, antioxidant-rich wellness. Brewed just for you. Sip the calm with Hemp Delicious. Find your blend at hempdelicious.com.
All right, the Pete Sousa Show continues. We got our buddy Ali Calabar headed to the studio. We're going to chat with her what looks like now shortly about what's going on in Central Texas as far as people and the weather. Ali was out this morning in the freezing cold with no hat and gloves on. As a guy who feels like I'm her big brother or her dad, I was a little annoyed with her. I got a news story for you, and this is a documentary in the works, and it really grabbed me. I would almost, if I were to script the documentary, or not script it, but produce it, it would be called Bling Ring 2. Okay, this is just overnight. I saw the Associated Press reported this. 7 men have been charged by federal prosecutors for their alleged roles in a string of burglaries at the homes of prominent professional athletes. Ali, come in and sit down. I'm not going to stop this for you. Now, according to the complaint, a copy of which was obtained by ABC's News. Now, listen to this. The 7 men ranging from age 20 to 28, all from Chile. Do you say Chile or Chile? Chile, were members of a South American theft group that were accused of stealing more than $2 million in valuables. They were charged on Tuesday, I guess that's yesterday, with conspiracy to commit interstate transportation of stolen property and could face up to 10 years in prison. The complaint includes a photo of the 3 guys posing with a safe and jewelry that was allegedly stolen from Milwaukee Bucks forward Bobby Portis. Portis posted on social media in November that he'd been robbed and needed help with information. The FBI also linked to these guys with the robberies of prominent athletes and their homes, including Travis Kelce, Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow. So this was like a ring of what's the movie with Brad Pitt and George Clooney? Ocean's 11, dude. Like, what a great idea. They got caught. I can't believe the idiots posted a picture. All right, Allie Cat of the bar. We'll talk more about that at some point. She went, hey, Allie!
Hi.
Allie.
I just made it. You know, I was stuck in a blizzard out there.
It's not a blizzard.
It's pretty blizzardy to me personally. I'm not from these parts.
Okay, you're from Louisiana.
It was crazy.
So tell people about, really, I'm curious about your day-to-day. This is like new now next. This is new and now.
I'm triggered.
So tell me about this morning.
Yeah, this morning.
So what time did you get up?
2:30. I should have gotten up earlier. And then I had to put like all these layers on, and I had to find my layers, so that wasn't fun. And then I went in. And here's the funny thing: is that we were about to go live in the weather vehicle, and
the
then
vehicle
weather
Explorer. You know who she is, but she's a local TV news personality.
Personality, I don't know.
Oh, you're a personality. Okay,
whatever.
Local news piece of work.
Yeah, that's better. That's what I should put in my bio. But yeah, so we tried to go live there, and it was something we didn't do something right, so it wasn't working. And
who didn't do something right? What happened?
I don't know. We just maybe didn't click a button correctly because there's a lot of buttons in there. Yeah.
Okay.
And so it's like 4:26, and we're like, okay, well,
you're outside.
Well, we were in the Weather Explorer, whatever it is that like you have cameras in the front that like sees the road and stuff. And then we went to, I was like, okay, 4:26. Okay, well, let's just go live in the parking lot and talk about how cold it is. So I'm out there. Nate's trying to figure out what's going on. And then I'm outside setting up the camera, setting up the live shot. And then something was wrong with like the audio levels. And so then I was like, okay, plan B. I went inside, grabbed a new camera, new live pack, new everything, different stuff, reset it up. My hands are frozen, and then it still didn't work. And so I was just like, oh my gosh, like I couldn't, like my hands were red. My hands were red. And it was just like when you get so cold where you just like want to scream and like.
And you're in pain.
Yes, pain.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, well, I'm giving up. But not really. I didn't give up because I was like, okay, we're switching cars. We're going in another car. We're doing this.
By the way, the all-time local news deal, Al, which some people know about, going live from the parking lot. It's like, let's just go live. We got to be outside. Let's go to the park. And by the way, it worked out for you because you were able to run back inside. Well,
it did.
Yeah.
It did. But we never figured out what was wrong with the live shot. So we did plan D, which was to go take a different Explorer or weather vehicle, and then we were okay after that.
It's a hard job, man.
I was like, after that, I was like, I just need a second.
And then you had 2.5 more hours of work to do.
Yeah, but it wasn't bad because we were warm, and I don't think like I couldn't do the. I mean, I can do the cold, like that's fine. But this morning it was just like bitterly cold,
and the wind.
The wind was bad.
Where did you go to? Did you go live from the parking lot, or did you go to a different location?
No, we drove our weather van or whatever it's called, the Explorer, on I-35, and it showed like the camera of like the road conditions.
So you stayed in the car?
Yes.
And just drove around?
Yes.
Allie.
Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. It's good. People want to know what the roads are like.
So you were reporting for them.
Yes.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I was talking about how they were clear roads and traffic was moving normal, but there was precipitation all morning.
No, my car, when I came outside this morning, there was like an ice patch in front of it.
Yeah. That's dangerous. So you need someone like me to let you know you'll be okay.
I need to know what the hell you were doing. I wake up this morning, I'm getting ready for work, and I look at Allie. There's somebody at the door. I don't know. I see Allie on my phone going live on Facebook. By the way, there were a lot of people watching.
There was that was a highlight of the morning because a Natural Grocers, I don't know.
So what was happening?
The Natural Grocers was opening up.
So
the first 150 customers got a gift card.
Oh, so that's what they were in line for?
Did you not listen?
I mean, I caught the tail end. I thought they were people that needed stuff. I thought they were giving away like supplies or something.
No, it was literally a Natural Grocers opening.
Why didn't you have gloves and a hat on?
Well, because it opened at 8:27 and we got there at like 8:30 and I was like, Nate, just stop. Nate and I. Okay. And I was like, Nate, just stop the car. I'll just run there and do a live shot. Like, we got to get this because we saw so many people outside. And so, yeah, I just didn't have time to.
So where is the grocery store?
It's on Valley Mills.
And it's called Natural Groceries?
Grocers.
And there were 150 people out in the freezing cold.
Yeah, one girl I spoke with said that she was standing out there for 30 minutes and the guy in front of her got the last gift card. That's sad.
You should have given her a gift card.
Yeah, I should have. With all the money that I have.
Bob should have done that. No, really.
I was like, well, there was a little piece of me that was like.
Bob's the boss, Allie's boss.
There's a little piece of me that was like, maybe there won't be anybody out there because like it's really cold and maybe, I'll just happen to be in line and happen to get a gift card.
Yeah.
But no, there were people out there. And there was somebody in short sleeves.
I heard you say that.
And I said, they're built different.
That was actually pretty funny. You know what's interesting? Can we talk about the progression of a reporter live on the air? Do you remember the first Facebook Live you ever did?
No, I don't want to.
Do you remember? You remember it, though.
I do remember.
It was after like a shooting, right?
It was my first breaking news live shot ever.
It was interesting because the people on Facebook thought that you were being held captive.
They were like, blink twice if you're not okay.
They were like, is that girl all right? Remember?
No, I was like, no. But
then
it was just so
there
stressful.
you were today with your turtleneck on, looking like Amy Robach out there, like, here I'm with all these people, and they're built different.
I was like, my hands are falling off. Yeah. And the thing is, it's so interesting because you can be a little more conversational on Facebook because you don't have a time limit.
Yeah.
And no one's in your ear telling you that you need to shut up. Well, they don't say that, but they just say rap. So it's like you can kind of just, talk and be yourself a little bit more on
what
Facebook
is the best?
Live.
What's the best? Now we're short on time because you were, I don't know what was going on.
I had to take care of a few things.
What did you have to take care of?
I just had to do some extra work, but not extra. It was just work. So I still got out.
What's the best story you've worked on recently that people need to know about and need to go to kwtx.com to check out?
How much time do we have?
Oh, go ahead. We can go a little long. We got like 5
minutes. Oh, yeah. I'm just taking my time.
Well, that's not good for business. So like, if you have a long story to tell, that's fine. I don't have time for you to collect your thoughts.
Well, I really like the story I did this week about this China Spring ISD teacher who is running his 4th marathon.
Okay.
And I bet he's like your age. So he's running marathons. And this is his 4th one. And so
she just gave you some serious side eye. Sorry to chime in, but that was like
side eye.
That was like side eye that could kill.
So
bully. She used to bully the shit out of me. Go ahead.
Nuh-uh.
Yes, she did. Al, you didn't?
Because you deserved it. You need to be humbled. Anyways, he is running his 4th marathon. This is his 3rd time to be selected as a St. Jude hero. And he's running because they lost a student, an alum, from brain cancer a few years ago. And then they also lost a teacher this year from cancer. And so he's running to raise funds for them. And so you can go to that article on our website and donate. His goal is $10,000.
Hold on,
so
stay with me, Allie.
It's
I wanna do a little-
he went to Chicago, Boston, New York,
What marathon
and now
is he running now?
London. International runner.
All right. I want to know, what is the deal about the detectives say custom aftermarket pickup wheels led them to a man charged in Waco, Texas bank robbery? Do you know anything about this?
Yeah, the bank robbery guy who you don't think about bank robberies happening anymore
So hold
because
on.
of
The
the
Waco Police
security.
Department, with help from the FBI, arrested a 74-year-old man. This is yesterday. In the aggravated robbery that took place on February 8th. Tony Nichols, 74, was charged with aggravated robbery with a deadly weapon. Where did he do it, Al? Oh, Chase Bank.
Chase Bank on Hewitt Drive.
He got away with $14,000?
He walked in with a gun and then got his money and left. I don't know. That's just very interesting. That's very bold.
He had Skechers on, so you knew he was old.
Well, you wear Skechers.
No, I don't. See, that's the kind of stuff you miss me on the news, because I would have said that. All right, so what's up with power in Central Texas? You guys scared me with that. I woke up to see my phone, thousands of people without power. So then I checked, is my power on? I was like, yeah, it's okay. It was on. So what was that all about?
Yeah, there were people without power.
Is it back on now?
I don't know. I'm off. Just kidding. I still care. But yeah. Like I there was like a few hundred people without power at like 5 a.m. or 5:30. And that's not good because it's cold.
Yeah, no, it's not good at all.
You know, some people were commenting like, oh, whoop-de-doo. Hundreds without power, like that happens every day. But it's like, bro, it's cold.
Yeah, no, it's freezing.
I would not want to not have power. Because what if all your blankets are in the washing machine?
I worry about like old people, like my mom and stuff. You know,
I worry about Andy.
Your dog, Andy. Forget about Andy, man. Actually, maybe we'll hook him up. We just had this guy on, Brian Bolden, who watches our show, and he owns a pet company. It's called Primetime Pets with a Z, and they do pet supplies. You should honestly do a story on this dude. He went to Baylor, okay, with his wife. His wife's like 3 generations at Baylor. He's from Chicago, but anyways, they live in Rockwall, and they have this like empire of like pet supplies, which Martha Stewart actually featured one of their pet supplies. Because what it is, you know how people put up like plastic fences that maybe don't look like, you know, especially your mom, you guys are kind of high end. So you don't want like plastic fences. You want like,
we don't have a fence.
But I'm talking about like to keep Andy from like getting into people's businesses.
He's too slow, but whatever.
But so you would put up like, it's a beautiful like mahogany wood fence that you put up on your staircase. Would almost look like it's part of the furniture.
Oh wait, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you the contact.
Yeah, wait.
Yeah.
So
He chimed in too a few minutes ago. I don't know if you saw this, Pete. He wants you to school Allie on what cold really is, since he and you grew up.
Yeah, I mean, Allie, you don't know what cold.
I don't know what I admit that I don't know what cold is because I'm from Lake Charles. So that's, you know, the coldest it gets. Actually, the coldest it's, I don't even know. It just doesn't get cold, or you just stay inside and they cancel every single thing.
Do you know a guy named Adam Miller, basketball player?
Oh my gosh, no.
Okay, he played at LSU. He transferred to Arizona State. He's really
Well,
good.
I know everybody at LSU, so
Whenever I see LSU players, I always think of you, and then I immediately remember that she has no idea who they are. Right?
I know Joe Burrow.
Do you know who the head football coach is of LSU?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Who?
Wait, no, I do. Stop. This is mean. It's been a second since football season. It's starts. No, it starts with a B.
Yep.
Brian.
Uh-huh.
Brian.
We've done this before.
Brian Kelly.
Kelly. Oh my gosh. No, I know
You
this,
guys
y'all.
had this exact conversation 3
No,
months
I know
ago.
this, but
All
this
right,
is
ready?
just like the hot
Simple
seat.
question. Who owns the Dallas Cowboys?
Oh, two people from Vegas. No, oh shoot, that's football. That's basketball.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Jerry Jones.
Jared Jones. Literally,
I
I
feel like
knew
you
that.
get along with Jerry Jones. Yeah. You're like, hey, Jerry, what's going on, man? Let's talk about Landman.
But I do know who owns the Mavericks. It's the some people who own 3 people who own casinos,
Yeah.
and then the guy from Shark Tank. So I know that because I watched a YouTube video.
Anything
about
else
it.
you like going on right now? Like that's positive because we got to end the show. You were a little behind schedule. But anything that you've done recently, because your work is amazing on the news, that's a fact. I mean, I give you a hard time. You're probably the best reporter I've ever worked with in my life. There's no question about it.
He's not. He's just being nice.
No, I'm not. And Christy Soto, if she ever heard that, would freak out. But I'm just saying, we'll keep that between us. Really. So what's a positive story that you've done recently where people could maybe get involved and help out and make a difference?
Well, I just said it. The
Anything
St. Jude Hero story.
You're the worst guest.
Positive story that people could help out. I mean, I'm blanking.
Maybe I should have Jessica Raj come on because she would know what the hell's going on. Right?
I do. Y'all, I just went out in the cold.
What's going on with Danica? She doing all right?
Danica's always good. We're going to get our nails done later.
Who's your favorite anchor to work with now that I'm gone?
I can't answer that. That's too controversial.
Who's your least favorite anchor to work with?
Oh my, that's less controversial?
Who was the best anchor you ever worked with?
Okay, Pete Sousa.
All right.
We'll give you that. Because I'm here.
What is anything about the future for you?
No.
Okay.
I have no future.
Allie Cadlevar, ladies and gentlemen. Allie, you were late, but you're always on time. Pete Sousa Show, presented by Slovacics. Bring Allie back up real quick. Allie, how awesome is Slovacics?
It's amazing. Oh my gosh.
You haven't been a guest on the show since we were live at Slovacics.
Yeah, because you hate me and you got famous.
No, I love you, and so does Ray.
Armadillo.
What did you say?
Armadillo.
Assassin. What do you know about the armadillo?
You told me. Let's pull up the receipts.
You have your Kansas State purple on today for the armadillo assassin.
All right,
that's enough. The Pete Sousa Show will be back tomorrow. Allie, thank you so much. See you guys.
It's the Pete Sousa Show. Sports.
We definitely love our relationship and love Extraco. It's been an amazing experience.
They made the PPP process easier. They were reaching out to me saying, what can I do to help you? That made a huge difference because my stress level, when we shut down, to afterwards was night and day.
Our experience with Extraco has been phenomenal since the very beginning. So we love Extraco.
Nobody tells our stories better than our clients.
The difference is stark. I was rear-ended at 70 miles an hour. I was injured, had a concussion. The insurance company, they delayed. They were playing games from the initial conversation. They weren't going to help me. The biggest thing I learned through this is that you can't go through this alone. I called Daniel Stark. They were going to help me and everything was going to be all right. Daniel Stark got me 10 times the insurance company offered.
The difference is stark.
Experience the future of secure private cloud storage with Internex. Protect your files with end-to-end encryption, ensuring your data stays private and accessible only to you. Enjoy seamless, fast storage without compromising security. Visit Internext.com today and take control of your digital life. That's INTERNXT.com today. Protect your online privacy with NordVPN. Browse securely, access content from anywhere, and keep your data safe with military-grade encryption. Whether at home or on the go, NordVPN ensures your digital freedom. Stay secure. Download NordVPN today at nordvpn.com. That's NORDVPN.com.
Farmhounds offers natural treats and chews made with quality products that support family farms, regenerative agriculture, and humane farming practices. Give your dog the best with wholesome, organic ingredients that promote health and happiness. Shop now at farmhounds.com.
Transform your workspace with Hanomi Ergonomics. From adjustable chairs to standing desks, we provide solutions for comfort and productivity, whether at home or in the office. Improve your posture, reduce strain, and work smarter. Visit us at hinomi.co today. That's HINOMI.co today. At Acasis, innovation drives us. Since 2008, we've been creating cutting-edge technology products that make your life easier. With a focus on performance, design, and customer service, we're here to help you work smarter, not harder. Join us on our journey to simplify your world. Visit acasis.com today. That's ACASIS.com today.
Sports.
We are Rogue Media Sports.